Good morning. We want to welcome you this morning to the Drainage District Board of Directors meeting posted for today, May the 22nd, 2018. Present are Commissioner Fuentes, Precinct 1, Commissioner Flores, Precinct 3, Commissioner Palacios, Precinct 4, and myself. We have a quorum. Please join us in prayer.
Great. Thank you. Let us pray. Father God, again, we just give you thanks for another great day that you've given us, Lord. Thank you for the day that you provide, the opportunity that you provide to us for service, Lord. Would you continue to lift this elected board that you've appointed, Lord, this judge and 4 commissioners to lead this great county of ours, Lord. Continue to bless them. Continue to provide them your wisdom, Lord, as they continue to make the decisions that affect us all, Lord. And again, we ask for your hand of peace over them, Lord, as they make those difficult decisions, Lord. Continue to ask for your wisdom, your guidance, Lord, for myself, for our staff, for all the leaders of this great county. Continue to provide that for us, Lord. We continue to pray for our country, Lord, for our state, for our county, Lord, for everything that goes on around. While we don't understand it, Lord, we know that it's your will that will be done. We just continue to ask that we trust in you, Lord. We continue to pray for those that are battling illnesses, Lord. We lift them up to you, with your healing hand may be upon them, Lord, and your hand of peace as well on their families, Lord. Hand of encouragement as well, Lord. We just thank you for the opportunity you give us to come serve, Lord. It's in your Son Jesus' name that I pray. Amen.
Amen. Under open forum, did anyone sign up?
No, sir.
On our consent agenda, any concerns?
No, Judge, none that I'm aware of.
Move for approval of consent agenda.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Item 5.
Thank you. Item 5, it's 5A, approval of certificate of substantial completion for Metro Electric, Inc., pertaining to construction contract number ACDD 1-17-018-0530, building electric upgrade.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 5B, approval of certificate of construction completion for Metro Electric, Inc., pertaining to construction contract number ACDD 1-17-018-0530, building electrical upgrade.
So moved.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item C, application for payment number 3324-04, retainage release in the amount of $4,441.80 for Metro Electric, Inc., pertaining to construction contract number ACDD 1-17-018-0530, building electrical upgrade.
So moved.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you. 6A, requesting exemption from competitive bidding requirements in Texas Local Government Code 26202-484 for professional engineering services.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you. Item B, presentation of scoring grid for the purposes of ranking ACD 1 Board of Directors of the final firms graded and evaluated through the district's approved pool of engineering firms for the provision of engineering services for RCW subdivision drainage area improvements. First firm is South Texas Infrastructure Group with a score of 91, R. Gutierrez Engineering Corporation a score of 88, Professional Service Inc. a score of 85.
Second.
Board wishes to rank, yes?
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you. Item C, pursuant to the board's approval, requesting authority for Dow County Drainage number 1 to negotiate professional engineering service agreement with the number 1 ranked firm of South Texas Infrastructure Group for the provision of engineering services for RCW subdivision area improvements.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye. 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 Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 7, requesting approval of supplemental agreement number 1 to professional engineering services contract CHDD 1-17-002-0110 with Half Associates Inc. for the project new administrative facility and site improvements project to reflect an extension to the termination date for additional 2 years, subject to legal review and compliance House Bill 1295.
So moved.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item 8A, ratification of action taken by the Board of Directors on March 27, 2018. Agenda item 64264 to approve, to execute, subject to legal review and approval, the herein attached final AIA A-133-2009 agreement for CMR for HCD 1 new administration building award to Bullard Construction, Inc., as it reflects modifications requested, reviewed, and approved by legal counsel.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you. Item B, pursuant to Texas Local Government Code 262031, and in the interest of expediting the project's progress, requesting authority approval of Drainage District General Manager to execute change orders that involve an increase or decrease in the cost of $50,000 or less, and in no event to exceed the change order statutory limits. The original contract price may not be decreased by 18% or more without consent of the contractor.
So moved.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you. Item 9, requesting authority to advertise and approval of procurement packet, i.e. legal notice, specifications, draft contract, etc., as attached here to Dow County District Number 1, storm drain pipes and related items, RFP number ACDD 1-18-032-06-13, including the re-advertisement of the project in the event bids are rejected or no bids are received and project is still required.
So moved. Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
And item 10, requesting authority to advertise and approval of procurement packet, i.e. legal notice, specifications, drafts, etc., as attached here to for Dow County Drainage District Number 1, fuel, gasoline, and diesel on and off highway, RFP number ACDD 1-18-031-06-13, including the re-advertisement of the project in the event bids are rejected or no bids are received and the project is still required.
So moved.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
We have a quick item on executive session.
Pursuant to 551-071 and 072, need a motion to proceed to executive session.
So moved.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. We will be in executive session for a short while. All right, we are back in open session.
Yes, sir.
Open session, and for the record, Commissioner Cantu has joined us and was present at our executive session. Go ahead, Rose.
Yes, sir. On open session for real estate acquisition, we'll proceed as directed by the board, and on B, pending potential litigation, there is no action.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries. At this time, we're going to be convening a regular meeting of the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court, posted for today, May the 22nd, 2018. The entire court being present, we have a quorum. Please join us in our Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Lord, inspire us today with the qualities of good leadership. Give insight to make wise decisions, integrity to face the truth, courage to make difficult choices, and compassion for the needs of others. Help us be a model of justice and honor to the world, and let us not forget that our job is to serve both you and others. Amen. Amen.
On our consent agenda, any concerns?
Yes, sir, Judge, Commissioners. I'd like for the court to pull item 9 from consent agenda, item 9B, 10I, and 10H.
I make a motion to approve the rest of the consent.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Ms. Marty, could you address 10I?
Yes. This was inadvertently placed on consent. This is requesting exemption from competitive bidding requirements under Local Government Code 262-024A, Section A2, an item necessary to protect the health and safety of the residents of the county.
Which one?
So moved.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item 2 is requesting authority to enter into the agreement with the Lamar Companies for the Hidalgo County Health and Human Services Department for digital bulletin advertisements through requisition as posted on the agenda. Total is $2,999 for the purpose of providing public health awareness outreach services as necessary to protect the health and safety of the residents of the county.
So moved.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you.
Judge, Commissioners, I'd like for the court to consider now consent agenda item 9B. For the record, Commissioner Fuentes will abstain from any discussion and or action on consent agenda item 9B.
So moved.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Consent agenda item 10H. Judge, Commissioners, with your permission, I will take up a little later on the agenda. So we'll leave that open for right now.
All right. At this time, we're going to be moving on to agenda item 6A, approval of a resolution to recognize Women Together Foundation, Inc. for 40 years of unwavering dedication and services to victims of domestic violence, sex assault, and human trafficking in the county of Hidalgo.
Good morning. Anyone else that's here to celebrate with us with Mujeres Unidas, if they can come up as well.
Somebody
More
get
than
a
welcome to come
camera.
up.
That's a good picture here.
Everyone else that's here, please, if you can come up. I will see you guys in the front. Good morning, Judge, Commissioners.
Good morning, sir.
Again, thank you for the opportunity to be here with all of you, and especially with the staff and everyone else at Mujeres Unidas, who this year, obviously, we're celebrating 40 years of existence. Thank you. Well, thank you for all your great work and great service. And here with all of you as well, I'd like to mention, for example, Chief Rodriguez is here from McAllen PD. We have Chief Flores from Alton PD. We have Chief Dominguez from Mission PD. We have Sheriff Eddie Guerra. We have Armando Garza, victim liaison from Hidalgo County. We have Chief Raul Gonzalez from La Joya ISD. Captain Perez with La Joya ISD. And we also have Chief Vela from Palmhurst as well. I see Chief from Huesoco is also here. And I hope I didn't leave anyone else. But also all the agencies that are here, all the different agencies that somehow, some way, we have worked together with Mujeres Unidas. And if the court will allow me, may I read and present the resolution?
Yes, sir, please.
Right. Whereas Women Together Foundation, Inc., also known as Mujeres Unidas, was established in 1978 by a group of women who came together to address the issue of domestic violence in Hidalgo County. And whereas since its inception in 1978, the nonprofit agency has evolved to provide emergency shelter, food, clothing, counseling, legal advocacy, and transitional housing programs for domestic violence, sexual assault, and human trafficking victims. Whereas Executive Director Stella de Anda has dedicated 33 years of service to the agency, victims and their families, and her community. Whereas the mission of Women Together Foundation is to provide shelter and support services to victims of domestic violence and survivors of sexual assault and their families, and to provide education, awareness, and prevention programs. Whereas the Foundation's vision is to end violence so that the individuals may live without fear, abuse, or oppression. Whereas the agency believes that the services should be available to battered and sexually abused individuals and persons without disregard to race, gender, national origin, age, physical disability, or religion. Whereas the Hidalgo County Criminal District Attorney's Office and Hidalgo County Family Violence Task Force, along with everyone else here, will continue to collaborate with the Women Together Foundation in educating the public about resources and victim services available for victims of domestic violence, sexual assault, and human trafficking. Now that it be resolved that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court hereby recognize Women Together Foundation, Inc., Mujeres Unidas, for 40 years of unwavering dedication and services to the victims of domestic violence, sexual assault, and human trafficking in the county of Hidalgo. Judge, Commissioner, again, 40 years of great service, not only to the victims, but also to Hidalgo County and the whole Rio Grande Valley. And I can tell you that with Ms. De Anda and everyone else at Mujeres Unidas, we've had a good working relationship. We've built it to where, again, we want to stop the domestic violence, the sexual assault, and human trafficking. And it takes all of us here, again, like we've said over and over, to be able to stop that. And we want everyone to know out there that we are here to help anyone who is in a domestic abuse environment or sexual assault environment or is a victim. We are here. There's many resources that are available to be able to stop the violence. So again, I want to thank everyone who's here, all the law enforcement officers and agencies that are here with us. And again, Ms. Anda, congratulations to you and the Mujeres Unidas for everything that you do, and we will continue working together with you. If you want to come up and say a few words.
Approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously.
Well, good morning. I can't believe the time has flown so fast, but when you're having so much fun, and that sounds ironic considering the work that we do, but we have had many successes, and it's been because of our community. All of y'all that have served as commissioners, former commissioners, all our public officials have supported the work that we do. And so that's why we've been able to continue to provide services and evolve the agency to provide additional services. So thank y'all for recognizing us for the 40 years of service, and we hope that you will continue to support us. Thank you very much.
I think we have some board members also as well from Mujeres Unidas. Thank you for being here as well. And again, Judge, Commissioners, thank you for giving us this time. Again, it's so important, the work that they do. I know that Ms. Anna talks about having good times, but really the type of work that they do, it's difficult. It's difficult work, and when you're trying to, help someone who's a victim of domestic violence or sexual assault. So again, please, anything that we can do, obviously we're all here to support you, and hopefully we can end this violence. So thank you again. Thank you. Thank you, Judge, Commissioner. Thank you. I don't know if there's anyone else that would like to say a few words. Thank you. Thank you.
Take a photo. Gather to the center, and you all split up on either side of it. You can stand up here as well as
Steps towards.
Ahí se van a cambiar.
other side.
Mr. Diaz.
Maybe stand behind that photo.
I'm scooting. Oh, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're good. I can see the camera. You good?
Okay, on the count of three, please. 1, 2, 3. Everyone, please smile. Make sure I have all the commissioners. One more. 1, 2, 3. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much for ¿Cómo está, sir? Gusto verlo. Thank you for
Did he get your
We're partying tonight. I mean, my place, Valencia.
Are we good, Jackie, with the podium?
Chief, thank you for being here. ¿Vas a ir in June? Sorry. I think I'm going to go July 28th. That'll give you enough time, bro. 7 weeks to go again in July 28th.
Yeah, July's a good month. Let's see how we do.
Yeah. Where are we at? 5A? Thank you all. We're back on item 5A. Julia.
Order in the court.
Order in the court.
Julia, are you handling 5A?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Um,
Or did you want to? Ready?
Can we move up item 15A?
Sure.
We're waiting for Judge Brown.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Thank you.
She gets here, we'll start.
Good morning, Commissioners. Judge Julia Sullivan with the Public Affairs Office.
on the first one?
Item 5A from County Judge Ramon Garcia's office is a proclamation declaring June 16th, 2018 as Juneteenth Jubilee Day in recognition of the 25th anniversary of the naming of Rest Lawn Cemetery. Whereas Juneteenth, an official Texas state holiday to honor the legacy of African Americans past and present, has been celebrated in Texas since 1980 and in Hidalgo County since the early 1900s. And whereas the Hidalgo County Historical Commission has worked diligently since 1993 to promote and sustain the observance of this holiday, which has been attended and supported by various county representatives throughout the years. And whereas Edinburgh's Rest Lawn Cemetery received a historic cemetery designation in 2004 and a state historical marker in 2007, which was dedicated the following year. And whereas the City of Edinburgh Library and Cultural Arts is hosting the Juneteenth Jubilee on Saturday, June 16, 2018, the schedule includes a 25th anniversary memorial observance from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. at Rest Lawn Cemetery, an annual reception from 11:30 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. at the Sekula Memorial Library, and a Juneteenth festival from 5 to 10 p.m. at the Edinburgh City Hall courtyard. And whereas an official copy of this proclamation will be prepared for Hillcrest Memorial Park and the former Skinner Silva Funeral Home in gratitude for their assistance in the establishment 90 years ago of what has become known as Rest Lawn Cemetery, their many years of service to the African American community, and their participation for 25 years in Edinburgh's historical observance of Juneteenth. Now therefore be it resolved that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court does hereby proclaim Saturday, June 16, 2018 as Hidalgo County Juneteenth Jubilee Day, and encourages all residents of Hidalgo County to come together in celebration of the freedom legacy of African Americans, their important contributions to the betterment of Texas, and to reaffirm our commitment to achieve an ever-advancing prosperity for all people. Approve this 22nd day of May, 2018.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
And joining us are members of the Juneteenth Committee. We've got Mrs. Sharon Smith and Valerie Ramirez, who also serves on the Hidalgo County Historical Commission Board. And would you like to say a few words? Okay, Mrs. Smith.
Good morning, Commissioners. My name is Sharon Smith, and on behalf of the Juneteenth Committee, we thank you for this proclamation. It's an honor to recognize the African Americans and their contributions to the city of Edinburgh and to the Rio Grande Valley. We thank you.
Thank you.
Mindy, hold on to that. Let's take a picture with commissioners. Step up. Get close to Medallion unless you see it. Or would you like to stand together? You're good. Okay. Thank you. Can you three, please? 1, 2, 3. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you for all that you do. Thank you.
And don't forget
You're saying don't forget to come, but it was Saturday, wasn't it?
No, it's June 16th.
16th. Saturday the 16th. not
The 16th, right?
Yeah.
According to
Saturday,
this?
yes, in June.
I'm off by a month.
I believe they wanted to start publicizing the event, and they passed out some invitations as well.
Okay, we need to, I've been requested to move up item 15A.
Judge Betancourt is running just a bit late. She asked if we could hold off on the
Okay,
rights.
all right. Item 6B.
Good morning, Commissioners. Judge Rosalinda Cantu presenting for the District Attorney's Office. Item 6B, DA's Victim Coordinator and Liaison Grant, VCLG Fund 1281. Number 1 is the approval to submit a budget adjustment for the VCLG grant number 1881002.
So move.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Number 2 is the approval of the VCLG grant budget adjustment and modification form.
So move.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Number 3 is the approval and authorization for County Judge to sign grant adjustment and modification form.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Item 7, Constable Precinct 3.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners, Dan Broyles on behalf of Constable Gallardo.
Morning, sir.
On A1, authorization approval to apply for the Operation Stone Garden 2017 grant with the Office of the Governor's Homeland Security Division through E-Grants.
Move for approval.
Second. Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Number 2 would be authorization and approval for the county judge as authorized official to e-sign the application form and related documents under E-Grants.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Number 3, A3 is approval of resolution for OPSG 2017 grant to designate Judge Ramon Garcia as grantee's authorized official and to sign required documents with a grant period of April 1st, 2018 to May 31st, 2019.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Section B, approval of the appropriation of the 2017 Federal Sharing DOJ Fund balance in the amount of $11,698.08.
So move. Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Under C, approval of the appropriation for the 2017 U.S. Treasury Fund balance in the amount of $21,861.86.
Move for approval. Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item D, approval of the 2018 appropriation of U.S. Treasury funds received by Hidalgo County District Attorney's Office HIDA Task Force in the amount of $10,000.
Move for approval. Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item E, approval of the appropriation of Hidalgo County Constable Precinct 3 2017 Chapter 59 fund balance in the amount of $33,085.52.
Move for approval. Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
That's all I have for today.
Thank you,
Have
sir.
a good day, sir.
Thank you. Next item is item 8, our tax office.
Good morning, Judge Commissioners. Julio Espinosa from the Tax Office, presenting item 8A, requesting approval of dealer deputy agreements between Hidalgo County and the following dealerships, subject to the dealerships providing bonds in the amount of $100,000 for each dealership and final legal review. Item 1 is Ron Hoover Companies of Donna Inc. with number P3090X.
So move. Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item 2, Ron Hoover Companies of Donna Inc. with number P6440X.
So move. Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item 3, Ron Hoover Companies of Donna Inc. with number P17761.
So move. Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item 8B, requesting approval of dealer deputy agreements between Hidalgo County and the following dealerships, subject to the dealerships providing bonds in the amount of $100,000 for each dealership and final legal review. Item 1 is Yoder Ford Inc., DBA Hacienda Ford, with number P7981.
So move.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item 2, Hacienda Ventures, Inc., DBA Hacienda Auto Outlet, with number P105357.
So moved.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item 8C, discussion and approval to execute an interlocal agreement between the County of Hidalgo and the City of Progreso for implementation of scofflaw procedures and processes for vehicle registration denial services.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Item 9, our executive office. Mr. Guerra.
There is no action to be taken under 9A1 and under 9A2. Emergency situations occurring since last agenda meeting. Judge Commissioners reported last week we did have an issue with one of our chiller fans at the courthouse. We only have one that's operational at this point and it's taking care of both chillers. But I will report that the fan in question that was ordered for replacement has arrived, or at least it's at as of yesterday evening was at customs, waiting to be transported over. So we should have that remedied this coming week. Item 9B1 and 9B2 are related requests and action. I'm going to ask Mayor Franz and Ms. Kelly Salazar to come to the podium, please. 9B1 is presentation delinquent tax report for the period of January 1st, 2018 to March 31st, 2018.
Judge Garcia, members of the court, gives me great pleasure to be here to report on our third quarter collections for this fiscal year, the 3-month period from January 18 through March 18. During this 3-month period, the Linebarger firm sent out close to 30,000 statements to delinquent taxpayers. There were 23,508 telephone contacts, ingoing and outgoing calls on tax matters. 1,830 property inspections or home visits by personnel during this 3-month period. And we had 2,844 personal contacts at the 4 Linebarger offices throughout the county related to tax collection. In terms of litigation, let me summarize that we had 539 lawsuits filed during this 3-month period involving $765,000 in taxes owed to Hidalgo County. We had 407 of those lawsuits paid. The county share of the payments was $669,217. We took 243 judgments against on tax accounts, and the county share of those judgments is $781,707, and we're working to get that collected. 23 tax warrants were issued by the clerk's office, totaling $32,761. In terms of struck-off properties, tax sales, over this 3-month period, there were 8 accounts involving $13,860 that were pulled before sale, and we expect that payment will be made on those judgments. Payment agreements were entered into on 5 of these judgments. 5 were pulled for other reasons, which could have involved bankruptcy or letters of commitment or maybe deferrals, the inability to go through with it. $108,000 in county interests were struck off involving 23 properties. These will be reoffered for sale at a later date. And we sold 31 properties, and the county share of those sale proceeds was $98,000, almost $100,000. In terms of comparisons, last year, the 3-month period from January to March of 17, we were at about $2.222 million in collections. These are base taxes alone. They don't include penalties. And this year we're up a little over $200,000. We're at $2.425 million for the same time period. The collection comparison for the 9-month period, the 3 quarters where we have worked, Over the first 9 months of the last fiscal year, we were at just under $7.8 million. We're at over $8.4 million, which is a $625,000 increase over this same 9-month period last year. So we're working hard. The percentage is up slightly, 1.1% from the same period, the same 9-month period last year. Want to remind taxpayers that they have 4 different locations countywide where they can address tax issues. They can make payments, enter into payment agreements, ask questions, and get answers to those tax questions. Also want to announce, well, first of all, and I neglected to say this, but our capital partner, Lucy Canales, regrets she couldn't be here. Her daughter just graduated from Texas A&M, so she's taken a few days off to be with the family. And but we do want to inform the Commissioners Court and the public that the Linebarger Edinburgh offices, the headquarters, where we have 49 employees, including lawyers, we've relocated from the South Pin Oak address, which was by the Walmart between Jackson and McCall Road, Jackson and Sugar Roads, I'm sorry. And we have now moved, this is our new location, 10,000 square feet at Freddy Gonzalez and 10th Street. That's at Lone Star Plaza in Edinburgh, Texas. We're very proud of this new location. It's been designed to be taxpayer convenient and taxpayer friendly. We have 3 bays where taxpayers can sit and privately discuss issues with Linebarger personnel. Like I said, we've got 49 employees there. The design allows us to work more efficiently, and we're especially proud that it's called the Offline Remittance Program, but we're tied into the Hidalgo County Tax Office to where payment information is transferred electronically every day rather than paper being shuffled back and forth. We managed to do this transition without a glitch, so everything is up and running. We're at a new location, and Ms. Canales asked me to extend an invitation to each of you, to Mr. Guerra, any of the county staff, to come drop in unannounced and have a tour of this new facility. It's state-of-the-art, the latest technology, and it is very efficient. So we're very proud to be doing this work for Hidalgo County, and Kelly and I are available for any questions. If not, I'll turn it over to Kelly. Thank you.
So that is up there for 9B2, presentation of fees and fines special report for the period of January 1st, 2018 to March 31st, 2018.
Thank you, Mr. Guerra. Good morning, Judge,
Morning.
Commissioners.
Morning.
I'm here to present, as stated, the fees and fines report for the period of January 18th through March 18th, 2018. You'll notice the district courts and county courts at law breakdown of the work we've completed in terms of mailed letters, updated address and phone information, as well as inbound and outbound calls, and that's broken down to you so you can see the work that's completed in order to get the results in collections for the county. As far as the justice of the peace for the same time period, you'll note for JPs in precincts 2, 3, and 4, the breakdown of letters mailed, updated information, and inbound and outbound calls. You'll note that we make outbound calls for precinct 3, and over 55,000 calls are made. Over 46,000 calls are made for precinct 4, and over 30,000 calls are made in precinct 2. And to give you a background as far as what the fees and fines that we get, the age of these offenses, the pie graph shows that the majority of the accounts that we are given are over 3 years old. For the JP courts, over 71% of those accounts are over 3 years old. And for the district court, over 87%. And for the county courts at law, over 47%. And based upon the age, I wanted to provide that to you so the collections are put a little bit more in perspective. You note for the collections for this quarter, January through March, partnering with Linebarger has produced over $892,000 in collections. We have the breakdown for the county courts, which was $3,600, all the way to the JP courts, which was over $226,257. So that graph breaks down every single fees and fines client and the amounts produced for each. The collections comparison, year-to-date, July through March, we are up over $1 million compared to the same time period last year. July 2017 through March 2018, we have collected over $2 million as a result of the fees and fines work done by our firm. It's kind of a brief synopsis. The fees and fines is what it is. You know, we make the calls, we send the letters, we do the work, and as a result, you can see the amounts it's collected for the county and the different fees and fines clients within. So that summarizes the report, unless there's any questions regarding that or the delinquent tax.
Has there been any conversation with the JPs that have not participated and maybe bringing them on board?
We are in ongoing discussions with them.
Great.
And Precinct 5 as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Awesome.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Judge, Commissioners, with that being said, then I want to take a consent agenda item 10H. This agenda item is normally placed under consent agenda item, as a consent agenda item, but I thought it was important for it to be after the presentation in a regular agenda. So consent agenda item 10H is approval to exercise the county's option to extend for 1-year term under contract number C15-041-07-07 for collection of delinquent court fines, fees, and related court costs with Lineberger, Hogan, Blair, and Sampson, LLP, under the same rates, terms, and conditions.
Motion approved.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. May we be excused?
Thank you both.
Item 9C, Judge Commissioners, I'm asking the court for approval to accept settlement check from Fred Loya Insurance Company in the amount of $838.44. And this will settle an auto accident claim for one of our county vehicles.
So moved.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Item 10, our human resources.
Morning, Judge Commissioners. Mayor France showed a picture of the building, their new building on Freddie and 10th, and just to remind people, our Veterans Office is right across the street from there in the complex where State Representative Bobby Guerra is. So it's close by. Raul Silguero from the Department of Human Resources, item 10A. Judge Commissioner, we're requesting waiver of the budget amendment policy for personnel-related items for the items that will be that are listed below.
So moved.
Second. Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item B, this is related to a 4-month grant with the University of Houston and the county Precinct 1 and Precinct 4 for a community outreach for health-related programs. We're requesting approval to create 2 community health workers. These are non-classified, slot 001 and slot 002 at a salary of $31,255. This is subject to certification of revenues and appropriation of funds when the interlocal is completed.
Approval. Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item C involves 2. We're going to delete 1 position from 1 department and create a position in another department. We're asking approval to delete slot 0021, social worker position at grade 12 at salary of $45,923, and create for JP Precinct 5, Place 1, a slot number 005, assistant court coordinator, grade 9 at a salary of $36,455.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
And then item 3 for that item would be approval of the interdepartmental transfer.
So moved.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item D for the Office of the Criminal District Attorney, Fund 1100 and Fund 1223, approval of the following personnel actions. The Office of the DA is requesting to delete slot 0063 and 0037. We have two slots because that position is paid from two funds, a total of $39,371, the 31 and the 7. And to create an administrative assistant 1, grade 4, at a salary of $27,000, slot 0145.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
The next position on that item would be just a title change, slot 004, clerk 3, same salary. Instead of a clerk 3, they request that we make the position title an intake clerk, not classified.
So move.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item E, Haida chapter. This is a personnel item. This person was incorrectly paid or not incorrectly paid, unpaid the longevity pay that was due him. So we're asking approval to create a slot for longevity pay for the positions 0014 through A042. No change in salary, but we need to add longevity pay that is due this employee of $540.
So move.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
And item 2 on that item is approval of the budget transfer.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item F for the WIC department. This is simply a request to title change, slots 0057 and 0064 from no change in salary from clerk 4 to WIC certification specialist 2.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item G for the health department. Approval to extend the temporary positions listed below effective July 1 through August 30, July 1, 2018 through August 31, must be 2019. Okay. As follows. These are positions that are currently exist, temporary positions. We're simply getting a new grant, separate funding, same fund, different program. This expires, so we're asking to extend the positions as listed, slot temporary 025, temporary 026, temporary 027, temporary 028, and temporary 029, Zika public health technicians, non-classified, and they're paid $12 an hour.
So move approval. Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
We need to move those employees to the new slot. So item 2 is approval to transfer employee number 221449 to slot T025, employee number 227277 to slot T26, employee number 221481 to slot T027, employee number 222054 to slot T028, and employee number 212032 to slot temporary 029.
So move.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item H for precinct 4. This is subject to putting the funding in place, but the precinct 4 commissioner is asking approval in the CRC to extend 4 temporary clerk positions that are not classified from effective 7/1/2018 through the end of the year 12/31 at the current rate that they're being paid $12 an hour.
So move.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item I for precinct 2. This is for road and bridge administration and road maintenance approval. Number 1 is approval to create 1 full-time temporary position for 27 weeks beginning June 11th and ending 12/14 as follows. Create slot T024 administrative assistant 1 grade 4 at $12.35 an hour. And 2, approval to create 1 full-time temporary position for 27 weeks beginning 6/11/18 and ending 12/14 as follows. Create temporary slot 102, maintenance 1, grade 3 at $12.25 an hour.
So move.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
And item 3 for that item is approval of the intra and interdepartmental transfer.
So moved.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
That's all I have. Thank you, Judge and Commissioners.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Silguero, my apologies, Ms. Diana. Just as a clarification, item G for Health Administration, which is Fund 1293, which you just went over with their temporary positions.
Yes, sir.
It should be through 18.
August 18th.
Oh, just through August 31st?
Of 18.
Of 18. Okay, so it's correct as listed. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Item 11, Urban County.
Good morning, Judge Commissioners. Our first item on the agenda is 11A. This is requesting consideration and approval of the Urban County Program, Neighborhood Stabilization Program, Round 3 NSP, closeout for grant number B11UN 480501. This is the second grant we received from the Neighborhood Stabilization Grant.
So move.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
This particular grant was for the purchase of homes for anyone who qualified under the Neighborhood Stabilization Program. Item 11A2 is requesting consideration and approval and authorization for County Judge Ramon Garcia to sign applicable Neighborhood Stabilization Program closeout documents.
Approval. Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item B is subject to compliance with House Bill 1295, requesting consideration and action to award and enter into a construction contract with GO Underground LLC, the lowest responsible bidder, in the amount of $165,315.56, utilizing 2016 funding for the City of Sullivan, which is a flood drainage improvement project.
So move.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item C is subject to House Bill 1295 compliance. The Urban County Program is requesting approval of a best and final negotiated contract for professional engineering services with Sames Incorporated in the amount of $279,000, utilizing the Texas General Land Office 2015 grant 18-271-000-A0923. This will be for the project in Precinct 4, which will consist of the improvement to drainage in 13 colonias within the precinct.
So move.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item 11C2 is approval of work authorization number 1 for Sames Incorporated in the amount of $279,000.
Approval. Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you.
Judge, if we could move up to 15A. I think
Yes,
the
sir.
Cortes now.
At this time, we're going to be moving up item 15A.
Please come join me. This is a wonderful day when we get to congratulate success stories. Judge Betancourt and boot camp staff and our cadets, Weslaco ISD, please join us. You can get closer. You guys can scoot down. Judge Betancourt.
Good morning, guys.
Morning.
Right, it's not like this, you can be on camera, okay? You're welcome. Good morning again, Commissioners and Judge. Julia Benita Sullivan with Public Affairs. Item 15A, under Precinct 1 Commissioner David L. Fuentes, is a resolution honoring Judge Mario E. Ramirez, Jr., Juvenile Justice Center Boot Camp Cadets. Whereas the Judge Mario E. Ramirez, Jr. Juvenile Justice Center's boot camp facility is being designed to serve a maximum population of 40 nonviolent at-risk boys between the ages of 13 to 17 years old over a 9-month time span. And whereas the facility empowers every individual with the time-honored values of honor, courage, integrity, and commitment. In doing so, the boot camp is able to provide disciplined structure, a quality substance abuse recovery curriculum, and a superior educational setting in a secure environment. And whereas 9 cadets from cities throughout the county, including Alamo, McAllen, Mercedes, Palmview, and Weslaco, will graduate from the program in a ceremony held Thursday, May 25th at the boot camp. These cadets have also earned enough credits to receive high school diplomas from the Weslaco Independent School District. And whereas the graduating cadets are Eric Alvarez, raise your hand if you're here, Dominic Valenzuela Juarez, Christian Reyes Aldana, Chris Sauceda, Ernesto Cortes, Pedro Alvarez Martinez, Leroy Cavazos, Bryan Flores, and Eduardo Valdez Jr. And whereas the cadets were adjudicated by the Honorable Mario E. Ramirez Jr., the 332nd District Court, the Honorable Israel Ramon Jr., the 430th District Court, and the Honorable Rene Rodriguez Betancourt, the 449th District Court, and she's here with us, and were taught at the boot camp by dedicated teachers from the Weslaco Independent School District. And whereas these young men have shown academic achievement, a strong work ethic, improved life and social skills, and a persistent pattern of positive behavior which will serve them well as they enter adulthood. Now therefore be it resolved that the Hidalgo County Commissioners Court hereby thanks the dedicated judges, teachers, counselors, and administrators involved in the boot camp and congratulates the 2018 Mario E. Ramirez Jr. Juvenile Justice Center graduating cadets for taking steps to turn their lives around with skills that will serve them as they commence this next chapter in their lives. Approved this 22nd day of May, 2018.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries unanimously.
Joining the graduating cadets are the Honorable 449th District Court Judge Rene Rodriguez Betancourt, our District Attorney Ricardo Rodriguez Jr., Weslaco Independent School District Director of Student Support Services Norma Brewer, and she's joined by some of the dedicated teachers that work at the boot camp. Boot camp Facility Administrator Richard Garza and Commander R.D. Luna. And I'm going to turn it over to Judge Betancourt to say a few words.
Thank you. Thank you. Judge Garcia, Commissioners, good morning.
Good morning, Judge.
Some of these young men have a big story to tell. But when they walked into my courtroom, the majority of them, I wanted to help them with their story. And some of them were upset when I sent them to boot camp. But I knew that they had the potential and the ability to do something that they thought they could never do, which is graduate from high school. I am proud to say that out of this graduating class, we have 2 individuals who are currently enrolled and attending South Texas College. They actually started attending the South Texas College at the time that they were still cadets. They hadn't graduated yet, or they weren't released from the program. These young men worked hard, and now they're going back, or they have gone back, to their homes, to their neighborhoods, to the life that they know. But they come equipped with so much more. They understand the hard work that they've done. They understand that nobody else did it but them. And so I hope that they remember that when those tough decisions have to be made when they go back to their homes and their neighborhoods. But like the phrase says, it takes a village. They didn't do it alone. It took the staff, the teachers from Wesco ISD, administration, especially from our superintendent from Wesco ISD, who has been extremely supportive, extremely cooperative in allowing the cadets to enter into their schools. They don't go to an alternative campus. They actually attend Wesco High School. So they are amongst the other students. So these young men have heard a lot of bad, and I felt that it was time to talk about the good that they have done. So again, thank you so much. On behalf of myself, Judge Ramirez, and Judge Ramon, we do want to again thank the staff at the Mario Ramirez Jr. Boot Camp. We also want to thank the staff, the teachers, the support group from the Wesco ISD, and of course, thank you again for this opportunity. At this time, we're going to actually ask for Cadet Reyes to come to the podium. he has a few words to share with you. Cadet Reyes is one of the cadets that is actually attending South Texas College right now.
Good morning, Your Honor and Commissioners. Welcome, family, friends, and guests. Today is a very special day, not only for me, but my fellow friends. We have successfully completed high school, graduated. Some of us are enrolled in college. We want to thank the judge for giving us a second chance to succeed in life. Westlake ISD for giving us the education we needed to succeed in school. The staff from boot camp, we are grateful with them for everything they did for us. We went in there, came out different, bettered ourselves. We are just grateful with them for everything they did. Our families are grateful for them for what they did with us.
Congratulations.
Good job. Thank you.
So again, with all that's happening in the world, in our country, it's important for us to understand how detrimental our decisions can affect a child. And I hope that, just like we already have the cooperation from the county judge and, of course, all the commissioners, that we need to continue providing services like what is provided at the boot camp and hopefully make these facilities better. So instead of sending children away, we can actually keep them home and keep helping them to find their potential and know their potential, and that they become good citizens and continue to follow the law. So again, thank you so much. I don't know if someone from West ISD wants to say a few words so we can conclude.
Good morning. As Judge mentioned, we are very grateful for the opportunity to serve our students at Westlake ISD on behalf of our superintendent, Dr. Canales, and our school board. We are very grateful to partner with Hidalgo County in helping our students succeed. We believe in every single one of our students, and we know that they've got a good future ahead. And right now I'm going to take this time to recognize them very quickly. We're going to provide them some medals. We'll start with Eric Almaraz. He started with us with 10.5 credits, and he was able to complete 23 credits to graduate from high school. All of these students have also mastered the STAR assessment, which is the state mandated exam. The next cadet is Pedro Alvarez Martinez. He started with us with 8 credits and completed 24 credits while at boot camp. The next cadet is Leroy Cavazos. He started with 11 credits and was able to complete up to 25.5 credits at boot camp. Next, we have Ernesto Cortes. He's not with us this morning, but he started with us with 5 credits and was able to complete 23 additional credits at boot camp. Then we have Bryan Flores, who's here with us. He started with 8.5 credits, and he finished with 27.5 credits at boot camp. Next, we have Christian Reyes Aldaña. He started with 17 credits and completed up to 27.5 at boot camp. We also have Chris Sauceda, who's not here with us, and he also completed all his credits. And then next we have Eduardo Valdez, who's here with us today. He started with 9 credits and completed up to 27 credits with us. And the 9th graduate is Dominic Valenzuela Juarez, who did not join us this morning, but also completed all of his credits for graduation. Not only do we prepare students for graduation, but we prepare them for life. And with the help of Judge Bencourt, with the help of everybody at boot camp, it's like Judge says, it takes a village, but we believe in every single one of them. And thank you for the opportunity.
We can also recognize the parents. The parents have been the parents or guardians of each young man that are here before you. We can recognize them. If they can please stand, if they're in the audience. Parents of the cadets. So again, thank you, and thank you, Commissioner Fuentes, for this proclamation. We know that the facility is located in Precinct 1, and we also have a new track also that the young men have utilized. So again, thank you so much for your support.
Do you want to have one of the cadets hold this? Sure. Okay. Please, let's go ahead and get the photo, guys. Remember what we discussed earlier on either side of Commissioner's Court? And on the step 2 of mine. Right here. Some of you step up on the step. Just don't block the pictures. That's and make room for everybody. Why don't you come and send everybody to that? And some of you can be on this side as well.
Want back over here?
We're going to take one with this group, and then we're going to ask the family that's here to join them as well. Do you call Ivana here? On the count of 3, please. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, they're going to take photos. If you all want to join us, cadets, stay there, please.
Véngase, padre.
Hay lugar en este lado también. While we're doing that, I'll take a quick one. Thank you. And can we come to 3, please? 1, 2, and 3. Thank you. Thank you again.
Good to see you. Thank you. Hey, Judge, good to see you. All right. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you.
Nice to see you. Thank you so much.
Moving on, we're back to item number 12, our health department.
Good morning, Judge Commissioners. Eddie Olivares, Hidalgo County Health and Human Services. Sir, I just want to say a few words and congratulate these cadets. Who are cadets? Way to go. There you go. Sir, with your permission, item 12A, sir, we have a requesting approval to submit grant application to the Texas Department of State Health Services for a Zika pregnancy registry program in the amount of $145,000. The program will run from August 1st, 2018 to July 31st, 2019. Sir.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
That's item 12A. Next item is requesting approval to accept Sorry, I got out of order here, sir. Okay, on 12A, sir, I want to acknowledge the fact that we got approximately $1.2 million in funding 2 weeks ago to continue the Zika program for another year. And this program, actually, this 145 is part of that. It was additional to actually look at continuing a consultant contracting firm to help us with some of the work we've done, sir. So we're working on that with Ms. Salazar and Ms. Ramirez's office out of DA. Next item is requesting approval to accept tuberculosis prevention and control state contract 537-18-0038-00001, amendment number 1, in the amount of $605,561 for a period of 9/1/2018 to 8/31/2019.
Second. Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
So it's requesting approval, item 2, requesting approval of the county judge to e-sign the TB/PC state contract amendment and related documents.
Move for approval. Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item 3, requesting approval of certification of revenue in the amount of $605,561.
For approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item 4 is requesting approval of the budget appropriations in the amount of $605,561 in grant funds and $121,112 in local matching fund as prepared by the budget office for this year's budget.
Move for approval.
Second. Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Under the next item is TB TB Control Program income, requesting approval of certification of revenues of $20,000 for the TB Control Program income.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item 2 is requesting approval of the budget appropriation in the amount of $20,000.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item C, sir, this is actually a correction that needs to be taken care of in the contract that was submitted. There was a typo set forth by the state, so we're going to have to go through these actions again. Number 1 is requesting approval to accept the corrected version of the Public Health Emergency Preparedness Grant contract number 537-18-0176-00001, number 1, provisionally accepted on 3/27/2018. Item number 64252. The Texas Department of State Health Services has corrected the end date on amendment, on attachment A to reflect June 30th, 2018. I think it originally said 2019, so it's 2018. Requesting approval, so that's for that item number 1.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item 2, requesting approval for the county judge to e-sign the PHP contract amendment and related contract documents.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Item 3 is requesting approval of the budget appropriations in the amount of $574,166 from the state funds and in the amount of $57,417 in local match funds, which was part of our budget process.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Sir, items D and E, there is no action or discussion unless you have any questions. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Item 13, our Head Start.
Good morning. We have several items. The very first one is discussion approval of revision of calendar 2017-2018 program calendars for the following school districts: Edcow, Chelsea, Edinburgh CISD, Hidalgo ISD, and Mission CISD, and that's to include Memorial Day as a holiday. Children will not be present. The districts have it as a work day, so we are able to have that as a holiday for our staff.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
B is discussion approval to disperse lump sum summer leave day, last working day for position assigned. This is to encourage staff who's going to resign or retire to be able to get a lump sum and be able to let us know ahead of time so we can begin the process of replacement for those positions.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
Next item is the 2018-2019 Hidalgo County Head Start Program plans. We have 9 program plans listed there: child nutrition, education services, family services, health services, human resources, mental health services, special services, transition, and transportation. This is a yearly event. It is a requirement of the Office of Head Start to have the plans in place. Advisory committees assist from the community to be able to revise plans so that we will better meet the needs of our children and improve the quality of the services.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
The next one is the request to enter into the Memorandum of Understanding MOU for School Readiness Partnership Model, the SRPM, between Hidalgo County Head Start Program and the following school districts. It also includes the integrated model, and so we have the list there: Edcouch-Elsa, Edinburgh, La Jolla, Mexicana ISD, Mercedes, Mission, Monte Alto, PSJA, ISRPM, which is the one where the full-day teacher is assigned to us, and then PSJA, the regular readiness, and the Westlake ISD. Administration recommends approval.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
The next one is presentation discussion for consideration approval to enter into a memorandum of understanding between the Hidalgo County Head Start Program and the FAR San Juan Alamo Independent School District, and this is for early start. This is for transition of children from the early start program that they have into our program.
Move for approval. Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
The next item has approval to enter into a memorandum of understanding between the Hidalgo County Head Start Program and the following 18 entities: Avance Incorporated, Behavioral Health Solutions of South Texas, Buckner Children and Family Services, Communities Unlimited Incorporated, County of Hidalgo Community Service Agency, Doctors Hospital at Renaissance LTD, Easter Seals of the Rio Grande Valley, Hidalgo County Housing Authority, Hidalgo County WIC Program, Hope Family Health Center, Partners Resource Network Incorporated Team Project, Region 1 Education Service Center Child Find Service, Region 1 Education Service Center ECI, South Texas College, Texas A&M Agriculture Life Extension, Texas A&M should be Kingsville, Texas Attorney General, Tropical Texas Behavior, and the University of Texas RGV. Administration recommends approval. There's different services that are provided by each one of those MOUs that we
Second.
have in place.
We have a request for a public participation. Ms. McClarty.
Yes, thank you. My question is, out of these 18 entities that she just listed, why is there only one hospital and it's DHR? No other hospital. We have at least 6. We have Mission Regional, we have Rio Grande Regional Hospital, we have Driscoll, we have, Edinburgh Regional Medical, we have the McAllen Heart Hospital, and we have Cornerstone Regional. So my question is that there are 9 different clinics that we have, and I believe, like I said, 7 hospitals. Why is it only just one? Can someone explain?
Our MOUs and services provided are mostly on a voluntary basis, and they approach us for these services to provide services for our children. This is not on a bid basis. This is not competition. This is voluntary services that are provided. Okay.
We have a motion and a second. Those in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries.
I might add that when we have services for health, mental health, dental, they all go through an advertisement, and any entity can apply and meet the requirements and be considered. Okay. The next item, discussion approval of relocation of classrooms. Oh, I'm sorry, did you vote on it? Yes? Okay. We have 10 classrooms from that are going to be going into Navarro, 6 into Roosevelt. That's facilities in the McAllen Independent School District. We were approached by McAllen ISD to be able to serve our children in their facilities, and so we're making plans to be able to relocate. That would eliminate any rentals and any other buildings that we have in the McAllen Independent School District.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
The next one, H, is discussion approval of the summer work schedule, June the 11th through August the 2nd. The staff gets to vote, and this is the staff that's in our central office who works the summer program, the summer schedule, and so we put it to a vote, and they'll be working the 4-day week from June the 11th to August the 2nd. Administration recommends approval.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Item 14, our planning department.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. TJ Adeloma for the record. First item is preliminary approval with a variance request. San Joaquin Estates Precinct 1 is a 46-lot subdivision in A Zone C. There is storm drainage for the subdivision. It was approved by the City of Donna. There is water and sewer via North Alamo water supply, one street to be paved. The variance is to reduce the front setback from 25 feet to 20 and the rear setback from 15 feet to 10 feet. We're recommending approval.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Next item is preliminary approval. Rancho Nuevo Estates is a 99-lot subdivision in the Zone X. There is storm drainage for the subdivision. It's in the city of Edcouch, ETJ. There's water via North Alamo and sewer via septic tanks. 4 internal streets are to be paved, and we have obtained an escrow for the paving of mile 17.5 road. We're recommending approval.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Next item is final approval with the variance request. Julio Subdivision Precinct 3 is a 2-lot subdivision in a flood zone C and A. Drainage is natural percolation. It was approved by the City of Mission. There's water via Sherlin Water Supply Corporation and sewer by septic tanks. The variance is to allow the Zone A to be used as a detention easement. We are recommending approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Next item is for final approval. Santa Cruz Ranches number 3 is a 4-lot subdivision in a Zone X. Drainage is natural percolation. There is water via North Alamo water supply and sewer by septic tanks. We're recommending approval.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
The last item is also for final approval. Bon Viejo Subdivision Precinct 1 is a 57-lot subdivision in a Zone C. There is storm drainage for the subdivision. It was approved by the City of Donna. There is water via North Alamo water supply and sewer by septic tanks. 3 internal streets have been paved. We're recommending approval.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Precinct 4.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. This is item A1, discussion, consideration, and approval of an order authorizing the establishment of streetlights along county roads in Country View subdivision to commence upon receipt and validation of 75% participation from subdivision lot owners in accordance with subdivision streetlight program rules and guidelines.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
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 Aye, motion carries.
Item 2, discussion, consideration, and approval of an order authorizing the establishment of streetlights along county roads located in Vista Bonita number 12 to commence upon receipt and validation of 75% participation from subdivision lot owners in accordance with subdivision streetlight program rules and guidelines. And we have Ms. Maribel. She's one of the community leaders from Vista Bonita number 12, and she would just like to give a few words.
Gracias. Vengo representando a Vista Bonita, soy la líder de la colonia y pues no fue fácil, son 3 años y medio lo que estuvimos esperando, pero le doy gracias a la gente que me apoyó para lo de las firmas y pues al precinto 4 por tomarnos en cuenta, ¿verdad? Por las luces que se necesitaban en la colonia. Y pues gracias a todos.
Move for approval.
Second. Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you. Number 3, discussion, consideration, and approval of an order authorizing the establishment of streetlights along county roads located in Curry Estates Phase 1 and Phase 2 to commence upon receipt and validation of 75% participation from subdivision lot owners in accordance with subdivision streetlight program rules and guidelines.
So move.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
And item number 4 is the approval of an internship for Mr. Paulo Ferrell. Commissioner Palacios has been working hand in hand with UTRGV to establish internships for individuals that are interested in county government. Specifically, we've had a wide variety of people from political science, technology, accounting, and in this case, Mr. Ferrell is the president of the Political Science Association. He'd like to say just a couple words.
Good morning. Just want to thank the commissioners, the judges, for this great opportunity. I'm looking forward to work with all of you in any way I can and help out the community. Thank you.
Awesome.
And so it's discussion.
Thank you, and good luck to you, sir.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you.
Our budget office.
Morning, Judge Commissioner. Sergio Cruz, Department Budget and Management.
Morning,
Item
sir.
17A is approval of the classification and compensation plan salary schedule corrections as listed on Exhibit A, effective April 30th, 2018.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item 17B is approval of 2018 interfund transfer from Transfers Out Health Grants to Transfer In General Fund, Fund 1293 into program account number 008 in the total amount of $121,112.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item 17C, 1 and 2 is approval of certification of revenues as certified by the county auditor and appropriation of those funds into the capital lease expenditure accounts for various departments.
Move for approval.
Second. Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
And item 17C3 is approval of various 2017 intradepartmental transfers to fund capital lease expenditures for various departments. This is just cleanup of 2017.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item 17D1 is approval of 2018 appropriation of funds for the Special Vehicle Inventory Fund, Fund 1246, in the amount of $198,311.60.
Approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you, Judge Commissioners.
Thank you, sir. Item 18, our purchasing.
Yes, Martha Salazar, Purchasing Department. 18A1A, recommending approval of an exception to Part 4 funding, third line of work authorization 2 for the inadvertent and unintentional failure to submit a requisition on a timely manner due to what appears to have been a mistaken miscommunication between departments.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
B is authority for the submission and acceptance of a requisition and processing of purchase order for work authorization 2 in the amount of $23,805 approved by Commissioners Court back on April 18th of 2017, in which funding was duly identified at the time, and 2018 funding is now addressed.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item C would be acceptance and approval of the invoices received against work authorization 2 for the purposes of processing and auditing for payment by Half and Associates in connection with professional engineering services related to the urgent and necessary installation of a fire suppression system at the courthouse.
Move for approval.
Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item 2A, requesting authority to advertise and approval of a draft procurement packet, legal notice, requirements, scope of service, evaluation criteria, etc., for Hidalgo County Section 125 voluntary insurance products and COBRA administration services, including the re-advertising if necessary.
Commissioners, prior to any discussion or action, for the record, Commissioner Fuentes will be abstaining from all action items related to item 18A, 2A, B, 1, and 2.
Okay.
Commissioner.
So what do we have on A?
We just need to vote to authorize advertising.
Pero what about the last year? I remember we put some members.
Yes, that's the next one,
All right.
Commissioner. It's in there.
Move for approval.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries with the
Item B
Commissioner
would be
abstaining.
selection and designation and assignment of the evaluation committee to score, grade, and evaluate the RFP responses received and submitted by participants for this project that we've gotten authority to advertise. Last committee for this project was nominated by Honorable Joe Flores, Precinct 3, and approved by Commissioner Court, and that consisted of Dr. Mona Parras, PhD, and 3 DBM individuals. That was Sergio Cruz, Angelica Tapia, and Flora Vasquez. The executive office was through Raul Silguero, and then purchasing coordinated and oversaw the whole thing.
I feel that maybe we need to appoint Raul Segredo,
Okay?
Sergio,
Okay?
Angelica, and Flora. From they're involved with that budget and stuff like that.
Okay, so just eliminate Dr. Parras.
Yes.
Since she's
and-
not
Yes.
in day-to-day.
And every commissioner should have one,
I'll appoint Mando Garza from Precinct 2.
and I'll appoint Sarah Vela.
Yeah, Pepe Caso, Precinct 4.
Even though I'm abstaining, I'll appoint my chief of staff, David Suarez.
Okay.
And, Judge, Commissioners.
Balde or what?
No. No, as we do with all the committees, since I represent the court, my involvement with any of the committees is just for any questions and/or clarifications, and I work with purchasing to get the clarifications and or questions answered.
Let me just add somebody, Mrs. Chapa, who would y'all have from your office?
It would probably be me.
I'll take care of it. You don't have to come up. And so you can add Mrs. Chapa.
Yes, I'm doing that right now. So if I could have action on that, please.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
And you've taken care of item 2 because I asked, I had something ready in case you wanted to add anything.
Yeah.
Item 3 is requesting authority to advertise with approval of procurement packet for title report services for Hidalgo County, RFP 159.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Precinct 4, B1, requesting approval of on-call professional services agreement with ROW Surveying Services, LLC, for the provision of the services utilized by various departments of projects located within Precinct 4.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Motion carries.
Item 2 is acceptance and approval of claims invoices from Matheson Tri-Gas in the amount of $299.55 due to the expiration of the contract with lapse in service while user department unknowingly continued to order through this contract. This is including authority for Precinct 2 to submit a requisition so we can process it for the payment of the invoice.
18B.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item 3 is requesting approval of work authorization 6 in the amount of $351,290.10 under the current on-call agreement with B2Z Engineering for the provision of engineering services for environmental public involvement, schematic, hydrologic, pavement design, PS&I, utility services, uncontrolled mapping, and office surveys for mile 17 Kenyon Road to Sharp Road.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Health and Human Services, we're requesting an exemption from competitive bidding requirements, 262-024A, an item that is necessary to protect the public health and safety.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
B is requesting authority to enter into a regional insertion order agreement with approval to execute same with National Cinemedia, and this is for theater advertisement under the requisition posted, $19,284, and this is also for public awareness for the health and safety of the residents of the county.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item D is for WIC. A, acceptance and action on form of notification letter to Hidalgo County WIC program from Wells Fargo of sale and assignment transaction of Core Business Solutions Incorporated Financial Division only by Wells Fargo Vendor Financial Services LLC as detailed in the documentation attached herein.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
B is action to accept all invoices attached herein for payments for the following accounts for the Hidalgo County WIC program for billing ID number as posted. There's two different ones, one ending in 001. It's 4001, the other one's 5001, which are lease payments through invoices received from Wells Fargo Vendor Financial Services.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item C is action to accept invoices from Core Business Solutions to cover the repairs and maintenance portion of the equipment leased from Wells Fargo Vendor Financial Services, LLC.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
D, authority and approval to issue replacement purchase orders based on original issued so as to continue the approved leases under the account numbers contained herein. 2 purchase orders will be issued per lease until leases are no longer in place with the Hidalgo County WIC program as detailed on the chart.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Item E is for Hidalgo County Sheriff's Office, approval to purchase accessories for Sheriff's Department fleet through cooperative purchasing contract from Buy Board awarded vendors detailed herein, and process POs for the submitted requisitions, fleet safety equipment, and cap fleet. Those are posted on the agenda.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
And for the Juvenile Probation Department, requesting authority to advertise and approval of procurement packet for the Judge Mario E. Ramirez Jr. Juvenile Justice Center, including any re-advertisement if necessary. This is for pool of licensed professional psychiatrists with award phase of the project. Most likely will be presented to the Board of Judges for award. We'll do the mechanical part of the procurement.
Move for approval.
Second.
Those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, motion carries.
Thank you so much. That's all I have.
Under open forum, we have Ms. Fern McClarity.
Good morning. The one thing I would like to ask is, I've talked to Pepe and I've talked to Joseph. I sure would like my paperwork I've requested, please. I'd also like to ask why y'all make a motion, you second it, but no one ever asks, is there any questions? On D today, the Special Vehicle Inventory Fund. I went and asked Sergio, so I kind of understand, but it kind of sounds funny that you've got a vehicle inventory fund, but you're going to use that money to fund salaries, fringes, and operations. So I would like y'all every once in a while, y'all might know what they're talking about, but the public doesn't, and we kind of would like to know what's going on. Second, I wanted to thank you. There is one program that all the owls believe that y'all are doing good, and that's in Precinct 1, and that is the boot camp. We love seeing the boys. We have been to many of the graduations and watching the boys today. That I'm hoping that they can make a life and be grateful to you and to the county of Hidalgo for giving them one more chance. So I'd like to thank you for that. And then I would like to ask about the collections. Again, the delinquent tax line border comes and everyone talks about how much you collected, but again, how much you're taking from the public. The fines and fees, you doubled from $1 million to $2 million. And then we talked about the collections, I guess, of the delinquent taxes. Over from last year was $625,000. That's from people that are losing their homes and their businesses. I dread to see next year's when we get and see the people that cannot afford their property and their homes and their business this coming year because of the appraised values. One more time, you're squashing the little guy. Please stand up and talk with them, just like you do at the boot camp. Try to help the people that are hurting out there, and there's a lot of people. Thank you.
Next presenter is Jane Cross.
Good morning. Thank you for letting me do this. The boot camp is a great idea. Kids need structure, and y'all have done a really good job of structure. That's great. I was thinking about what Fern said about the taxes. I have a small, very small, where I carry the paper subdivisions, and I also escrow for taxes. And these are people that work week to week to pay theirs. And we collect for escrow, and it used to be a $250 a month payment, and now with the increase of taxes and the values, it's gone from $250 to sometimes $400. And this is affecting people that could lose their homes. Right now, when they're under my watch, okay, or my company's watch, we already pay for taxes. We make sure their taxes are paid. But what happens when I don't escrow for money for them? And what happens when they decide that they need a hot water heater instead of putting money away to pay taxes at the end? So I really think we really should consider about how these taxes get valued, and it needs to be a lot more fair to everyone, just not some. Thank you.
Pursuant to 551071 and 072, I would entertain a motion to proceed to executive session.
So moved.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. We will be in executive session for a short while. All right, we're back in open session. Mr. Guerra.
Thank you, Judge, Commissioners. Oops. Under open session item
22A.
22A, thank you, Judge. Item 22A, real estate acquisition program, saying there's no action to be taken.
No, you'll proceed as directed.
Proceed as directed. Item 22B, pending order of litigation, there's no action to be taken. There's no need to go back into closed or open session 23-4. We have adjournment, and we do have Commissioners Court next week.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
Those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion carries. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you.